What's up, my BulbaBros? This is Bulba Jacob.
I'm Bulba Joshua.
And this is an epic OU match where I'm using my EU team with Zorak, who disguises himself as Empoleon to play tricks on my brother's team. And I end up beating his OU team, spoiler alert, and it's a pretty good match. He's using his traditional team, and instead of starting off with Gengar like I normally think he's going to start off with, he ends up starting with his Derpinator, and this ends up turning out pretty well since I use Empoleon, but really it's Zorak disguised as Empoleon, and so I'm able to get a pretty good kill right at the beginning, or I end up making him faint. So, Joshua?
So I live with my Derpinator, thinking to set some traps down, but he hits me with a flamethrower, and I was like, Empoleon? Flamethrower? What? And he tricks me totally, so I use Toxic Spikes, thinking to get advantage over the team, and he wipes out my Derpinator easy as pie.
So first mistake right here, he didn't know that Empoleon can't learn Flamethrower. He thought maybe it was just like some fluke that Empoleon can learn Flamethrower, which would be ridiculous, because then that'd be a great counter to grass types. So he's like, peanut butter jelly and applesauce. My Derpinator's done for. So he sent out his Gengar, and I switched my Flygon because that Gengar is going to take out my Zorak, who's really weak and not as fast as Gengar. So I switch into Flygon, and I'm like, oh no, I have to switch into Kingdra to take out his Gengar.
And so I use Giga Drain because he's part water type, and the poison slowly taking him away, hits me with a Draco Meter. I'm like, dang, 90%. But he still dies, my Gengar wins.
Yeah, his Gengar beats my Kingdra. Luckily, the Draco Meter didn't take him out, and I knew my guy, after the Draco Meteor, he's going to be useless, so I decided to use him as a death fodder, and I used my Empoleon, or Zorak, and he ends up taking out his Gengar, and he swings out his Puncher, and that's a fighting type, so I know that will take out my Zorak, who's looking like an Empoleon, so I switch out into Frostlass, who I know that the guy's going to go for a fighting move, and so since I'm Ghost type, his fighting moves, I'm immune to it. So he sends out his Blue Nose or his Dugtrio. And what strategy?
And then I use some Earthquake, trying to take him down, Stonehenge, and the Poison will take him out. He hits me, my substitution with his Ice Beam, and his Frostless is gone.
See, that was bad for me. I wish my guy would have died from the poison, but he survived with 1%. If he would have died, my Destiny Bond would have took him down with me, and it would have been a pretty good battle. But luckily, I'm able to use Outrage right at the beginning with Flygon and take out his Dugtrio.
I send out my Puncher, who knows Ice Punch, hits me with the Outrage, shrug it off, Ice Punch, his Flygon's gone.
Yeah, I did not know this guy knew Ice Punch, but I should have predicted it. So this is the real Empoleon. This is not Zorak. This is where he figured out that I'm using the trick with Zorak, and so he tries to over-predict, but this is the real Empoleon, able to use Hydro Pump, take him out. He used Acrobatics. I'm part Steel type. I'm able to use a Hydro Pump and take out his Bats.
I had no other option. My Bats did not know any other moves except Acrobatics for attack. My Killer knows no offensive moves. Only offensive move technically is kind of Leech Seed. So I was like, this is over. So I used Leech Seed, then I used Protect, take his Empoleon out. Actually, I didn't use Protect, but I would have. Then he sends out his Houndoom, and I thought, it's over.
He's like, oh snap, he's going to use a Flamethrower and take me out, but I'm actually going to use a Fire Blast. So I use Substitute right away so he can't get his Leech Seed on me, but it's pretty much useless. All I can do is stall, and the Poison will not take me out. I end up missing that time, so if he would have used the actual move then and then used Protect, he could have actually stalled my guy out, and Poison would have killed him. But I'm able to finally hit my Fire Blast and take him out, and that was a pretty good match. It was pretty good deception. He was not able to take out my Zorak, and I ended up winning the battle. Pretty good.
Good job, Bulba Jacob.
And, yep, this is Bulba Jacob and Bulba Joshua, and Bulba later.